Welcome to the explainer video for 74GA's credit rating probability estimates and their accompanying report. In this video, you will gain a greater appreciation of the rationale behind the use of 74GA's credit rating probability estimates. You will get a walkthrough of the questionnaire used to collect the SME's information needed for analysis, and you will be presented with a brief overview of the report, which communicates the probability estimates, key performance indicators, and more. 74. GA's credit rating probability estimates are designed to fill a gap in SME loan applications and appraisals. The ILO estimates that about 70% of the global employment is derived from SMEs, and the World Bank estimates that up to 40% of the world's GDP comes from SMEs, with the percentage as high as 70% for some countries, depending on their development status. Nevertheless, SMEs have consistently faced challenges in accessing financing, as systems and technology for meeting lending institutions' information requirements for SME loan appraisals are difficult to commercialize and therefore have been neglected. When credit reports are available for SMEs, these have tended to be expensive and out of the reach for most SMEs, or they overly report on historical or collateral information, or they are communicated in unfamiliar rating scales whose meaning is largely ambiguous. 74GA is changing the way that SMEs get credit ratings. The cost is comparable to accessing a cheaper credit history report, but with current and predictive credit factors included. 74GA credit rating probability estimates use the same scale as S&P or Fitch, as the SME's probability of default is right-sized for the firm's smaller scale characteristics. 74GA is leading a revolution of wide access for SME credit ratings at an affordable price and with great depth and comprehensibility. In order to access 74GA's innovative credit rating probability estimates and report, the first step is for the SME's information to be collected via our questionnaire for analysis. There are several sections which together enable a comprehensive assessment and reporting on the SME's creditworthiness. The SME will answer questions related to its industry, market position, operating and cost control efficiencies, financial performance, and management skills and capabilities. Questions around industry risks help in the understanding of characteristics like industry size, growth rate, life cycle, revenue cyclicality, importance, government and regulatory support, risk of obsolescence, and competitive environment. Questions around market position risks help in the understanding of the SME's market share, competitive advantages, product range, and revenue diversity, brand equity, and pricing power. Questions around operating efficiency risks help in the understanding of how the firm manages its labor, machinery, and equipment, and overall, how it manages its costs. Questions around financial risks help in the understanding of past, current, and future financial performance. 74. GA asks questions designed to derive the needed income statement, balance sheet, and cash flow statement of the SME. This is excellent value added for SMEs without prepared financial statements and for lenders who rely on insightful financial analysis. All the typically needed financial information is derived from 74GA's innovative and proprietary process. 74. GA's proprietary models utilize ratios generated from the produced financial statements to judge the SME's profitability, liquidity, leverage, and debt repayment ability versus rated peers. The financial statements and ratios will be shared in the Credit Rating Probability Estimates Report. Analysis of management risks is core to the assessing of the creditworthiness of SMEs, as so much of SME performance typically relies on the performance and decisions of a few key top personnel. Questions around management risks help in the understanding of the SME's strategic planning and execution, and risk appetite and aversions. With the information collected from the questionnaire process, 74GA is able to choose the right regression equation, obtained from expert-created models of over 12,000 data points for each industry. The equations tell us with what probability each rating category would be assigned if the SME were a large corporate entity and operating in a risk-free sovereign. For example, for the sample entities report available on 74GA's website, the chosen model predicts that Sunrise Industries Limited has a 36% probability of being rated AA and a 64% probability of being rated single A by S&P based on Sunrise's reported characteristics. Based on S&P's latest corporate default statistics for its various rating categories, this equates to a nearly 0% probability of default by Sunrise Industries on its current and planned debt obligations over the next 12 months. This is incredibly useful information for lenders and stakeholders in Sunrise Industries. What's more, 74GA's credit rating probability estimates report also summarizes the top strengths and weaknesses from the 5 analytical pillars: industry, market position, operating efficiencies, financial performance, and management skills and capabilities. This information helps decision makers craft strategies to enhance the strengths, reduce the weaknesses, or otherwise mitigate against occurrence and losses. Additionally, 74GA's credit rating probability estimates report gives the top 5 areas that, if improved by 1 unit of analysis, could have a material impact on the SME's credit rating. These are called in statistics the marginal effects. For example, in Sunrise Industries' case, by increasing its physical locations, there is an estimated 42% increase in the likelihood of a AA credit rating, all else remaining the same. Therefore, strategies that improve locational advantages are attractive to pursue. A few other goodies are given in the 74GA's credit rating probability estimates report. These include the model build number, a link to download the questionnaire, and comma-separated values of the SME's responses to all the questionnaire questions. These are all reported for transparency purposes. The credit rating probability estimates and the report are based on the model's alignments and testing with larger corporates in risk-free sovereigns, meaning that these sovereigns are rated AAA by S&P, Moody's, and Fitch. The key takeaway being that for SMEs that are not domiciled in risk-free sovereigns, lenders and other stakeholders are cautioned to apply appropriate sovereign risk caps or premiums. Additionally, the credit rating probability estimates and the report are valid for 1 year, as circumstances and the firm's strategies are dynamic. 74GA cautions against the use of the credit rating probability estimates and the report beyond 1 year. And ideally, a new analysis should be done if there are any internal or exogenous changes that are likely to be material to the firm's performance. Also, any changes to 74GA's models builds will qualify the SME to reassess their credit rating probability estimates at no additional cost. The following users are likely to derive benefits from the use of 74GA's credit rating probability estimates and report. SMEs could use as a self-assessment and in preparation for accessing financing. The report's generation of estimated financial statements and ratios is also great as a starting point for firms that are not current with their bookkeeping and financial planning. Banks and other lenders could use as a check or replacement of the loan onboarding process. Factoring firms could use as a quick assessment of the SME's viability before taking on their assets' risks. Arrangers for structured SME products could now easily structure and price securities with readily understood and communicated risk profiles to investors. Venture capitalists and angel investors could use the report to understand firm fundamentals before deciding to invest. Hedge funds could use to value the firm more accurately. Stock exchanges could use the report to meet junior stock exchange rules and to divulge more information to exchange participants. Bond trading platforms could benefit as now all bonds could be rated for index constructions, performance comparisons, and more. Auditors could use to help clients better justify lower capital retention, do bond valuations, and meet other risk-based regulatory requirements. Portfolio managers could use to expand the pool of investable securities and stay within investment policy's risk limits. Credit rating agencies could use as a preliminary assessment or backcheck to their own ratings. Suppliers should use before extending lines of credit and could use the report to justify given terms and conditions. Customers could use to establish that their business relationships have strength and longevity, especially if the rated firms provide key inputs or are needed for specialist repairs. Consultants could use to provide a better depth of analysis to aid clients in their businesses, and students and academics of all disciplines may find the credit rating probability estimates and report useful in a variety of ways. We hope you found this explainer video informative and interesting. If you want to learn more about 74 GA Capital Intelligence Services Limited and our credit rating probability estimates and report, please visit our website or email info@74ga.com.